Welcome back, everybody, and looks like Master League Season 1 happened. It was definitely a thing. So I just thought, hey, might as well make a tier list, even though it's the last day of the season. If you can't tell, I have been under the weather recently. Been sick, pretty bad, and also no internet. I have it back temporarily for now, but I don't know when it'll be gone, so might as well make a tier list. I will make it quick and I will make it brief. It is more of a to look back at season 1 and all that. This was a UC series and tough as nails, so let's get on with the tier list. It will mostly focus on those units, and before I begin, this was mostly just my experience playing Master League. If anyone cares, I did do it free to play. Also, it's a shameless plug, but if you want to donate for my internet bill, links will be in the description. You don't have to, but every cent helps. So faster uploads, because I don't know when my internet will be shut down again. So yeah, I did manage to get the title. I can't really say it was worth it or not, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do as a free to play. I'll just show my team real quick in case anyone was wondering. Mostly free to play ish units and a couple lucky ones, but yeah, I did do it all free to play. For the one guy that wants to type a comment saying I'm a whale, bro, I'm literally begging for money at this point. I ain't no whale, that's for sure. Literally opened a Patreon and PayPal and all that. So yeah, with that mess out of the way, let's go to the tier list. Extras are honorable mentions. Death Scythe, it only has one guard, but at fully duped it can do some really amazing damage and tank really well, but not many people rolled for it. And like I said, it still has an identity crisis even in PvP. It's solid if you have it fully duped, but without fully dupes, I don't see it really working too well. But from what I saw, fully duped, it can put in some real good work. The Xi'an, really good range. By the way, I am mostly counting these at 0 duped or fully duped, because those are the opponents that you will be facing throughout most of PvP anyway. So Le Xi'an, really good range. It's not gonna one-shot your team, and it's definitely not gonna one-shot their team, but its range will protect it and debuff the enemy, as along with some real good support fire. It's really solid at debuffing, but I feel like its damage is really lackluster against these fully duped defense units and all that, and even its debuff might not fully help, but it is still really solid with its range. Narrative, the real funny one. These mobile armor units cannot defend on ground, I believe, so he can't really protect the team at all. But I've seen a fully duped narrative get tickled by my one dupe Salzabi. Extremely tanky. I've even seen it wipe like 3 of my units while he was the only one left on the field. Incredibly tanky, and he can even do some decent damage if you have it fully duped. Really weird unit if you have him fully duped. I can see him actually putting in work, but he won't be defending your team, so I just put him in honorable mentions because of that. Because there are better options if you have better attackers that can do his job. Leo, it is a free to play unit, of course. So if you SP it, it can defend relatively well with a good UR defender pilot. If you're in a budget and need a defender unit, he was a solid choice. Theo, you are not the best range, not the best attack, but he's decently tanky at fully duped, and he can debuff the enemy. If your team can't one-shot him, which sometimes they will do, because like I said, this guy isn't the tankiest in the world, but he can debuff your team, debuff the enemy team. Yours might die at 0 dupe, probably will. He won't be the best, but at fully dupes, I could see him putting in work with his debuffs and all that. Open armor, GPO 1, so decent physical range, defense, damage reduction. I think it's 30%. He can take relatively well. Slap a UR pilot on him, he'll be really good. His range sucks though, it's only 4, and he actually did do decent damage against my team, but that was a fully dupe 1 SP 100. Also, the fact it's a gacha unit means you won't particularly have most dupes unless you have to waste resources on him. So really solid tank, but I don't see many people having him, and you know, a lot of resources into him. And the final honorable mention is the Psycho Gundam Mark III. Free to play option, really good, but his stats just don't really hold up to all these fully duped attacker units and whatnot. He can probably get caught really badly, but he is free to play. He's an option. He's also mostly all these units are focusing on Tough as Nails or UC series, so keep that in mind. He is Tough as Nails. If you have Tough as Nails, the free ship and all that, I can see him taking at least 1 to 2 hits. And with that out of the way, let's go to the actual tier list. Number 10 is the S Gundam. Not gonna lie, I didn't notice too many incredible feats from him. His range is really solid, but compared to last season, he really just wasn't really putting in the work this time. Still incredibly solid, don't get me wrong, but he can get caught relatively easy. He's not doing enough damage. Mine is fully duped 100 SP with a 10% damage, but the problem is he's not on Tough as Nails. Also, you kind of need, he can work on another team specified, I think it was like test type or something. If you have that team, he'll work really well, but that's if you have it, and Tough as Nails is mostly the focus, so he can do really good work. But for me, he was doing decent work, not the best, not the worst, but still incredibly good. Number 9 is Crossbone. Crossbone can do some really good damage. I put him with Setsuna personally just for the extra chance step. It really helped out. Unfortunately though, the Crossbone's range is really bad. It's only up to 3, his EX attack. So if he can't kill the enemy, he will be caught really bad. Especially if the defender is not on low HP where he can kill them. He'll pretty much get one-shotted every single time. It's a given. Mine was at 0 dupe, but even then he was still putting pretty decent work when he had the opportunity. At fully duped, he's gonna hit like a truck. He's gonna one-shot most enemies. Mostly really depends on how tanky the defenders are. But if he's attacking another attacker or supporter, I can see him doing really damn good damage. And it's pretty much the same story with the striker. They both have the same range and all that. Crossbone, you know what, I think I might put Crossbone at 8 instead of 9, just because he has the chance to crit. Well, this guy, does he? Actually, I was seeing the striker put in. I saw more strikers than I did Crossbones, so I guess I'll put him right here. Striker, pretty much the same story. If you get caught, you will get caught. Fully duped striker will hit like a truck. They're both pretty much the same unit, same range and all that. I don't remember if he has crit off the top of my head, but if the crossbow crits land, he'll hit harder, but this guy will just hit harder generally without, if the crossbow doesn't get the crit, I mean. But yeah, fully duped, he's hitting really hard. I don't have him on my account, so give me one moment. Sorry about that, my cat was having a hairball. But let's go back to the tier list. Like I said, striker, crossbow, really good. Both do almost the same thing, but their range can get them on either side. So, and I've seen it happen multiple times. So let us move on. 7 is the White Gundam G-Quox version, whatever you want to call it. The only reason why it's here is because its pilot can double defend. I had it at 2 dupes, SP100. It worked really well. The only problem is that this is a gacha unit, and I'm not sure if the char is still obtainable. So if it isn't, then you're kind of out of luck. But this was incredibly good. It's almost basically a UR at fully duped. I didn't see much of them because, like I said, this unit is relatively rare for the most part, but it is incredibly tanky. It can take hits and it's really good. Yeah, what is there more to say about it? It's really good. Basically an almost UR level at fully duped SP100. Like I said, I had it at 2 dupes, SP100, and it worked incredibly well, more than I thought it would. It does take a lot of resources, of course, to get in. Like I said, suffers from the Jabobium case where it's a gacha unit, but its double defense chance is just too good to ignore. At number 6, it's also tough as nails too. At number 6, the OG Gundam. OG Gundam can tank incredibly well. Mine was at 1 dupe, but on the enemy side, I saw fully duped ones doing relatively decent damage and tanking incredibly well. The only problem is that it only has 1 chance step to defend, so after that it's basically just kind of there, and your team or the enemy team can go in after it baits its 1 chance defense chance step, so keep that in mind. The only reason why it's above the White Gundam is because its stats are obviously going to be better at fully duped, but it can tank incredibly well. Like I said, only thing holding it back is the pilot. Other than that, it's pretty good, pretty tanky, pretty decent, especially for this season. Number 5 is the Full Armor Double Zeta. Honestly surprised by how well this thing did. It carried me a lot throughout the season. It's tough as nails. It's UC series, so it gets both of the buffs. If you are running a tough as nails team, it did incredibly well. It has a map attack which catched a lot of enemies off guard when I ran in. Its barrage attack hits really hard as well. It's not gonna hit as hard as, any UR attackers, but its versatility is amazing. Its map attack is really good, and like I said, it's not like it's gonna tickle them. You could run this thing with a support, it'll do well. You can run this thing with an attacker, it'll do relatively well. It also has damage reduction to physical weapons as well, so keep that in mind. It's not the most squishiest unit. It can actually take a hit on most occasions, as long as it's not one of the mentioned attackers like the striker or the crossbow. It might potentially survive a hit from them, but it can tank. It can tank decently well. It can dish out damage relatively well. Like I said, it's not going to excel at damage, but it can do damage. It's like the jack of all trades. It's also free to play as well, so it's a really, really good option, and it carried me a lot throughout the season. I don't think I could have beaten the season without it, to be honest. And number 4 is the Psycho Gundam. I have it fully duped SP100 as well. I basically had to use almost all my SP coins that I've gathered since the beginning of launch to get 200k. This thing is really good as a defender. You slap Jonah or Mikazuki in it, and it's basically a staple on your team. It's also tough as nails as well, so can also synergize with that too. It can tank really well. 40% damage reduction to beams. What more is there to say? It's incredibly tanky at SP100. I saw multiples of them. They're really good. And also, it's free to play, so it's a really good option as well. Number 3 is the Salzabi. Salzabi did really good damage. Its range is also really good as well, 5. It's not tough as nails, but it didn't really matter because, like I said, this thing has incredible range, so it won't be getting caught too often, and it's not like it tickles the enemies either. Granted, mine was at 1 dupe, so keep that in mind. It can still dish damage incredibly well. Slap a support unit on it. It will also help your other attackers because of its range. Its range is really its selling point in this season incredibly well. At max dupe, it did even more better against my team. It would sometimes catch me and it would wipe out my team sometimes. So incredibly dangerous, incredibly solid, really good damage, really good range. The only thing holding it back is that it wasn't really tough as nails. It's not on tough as nails. If it was, it would have probably been number 2 or a staple. But it still worked out pretty well. Number 2 is the Easy 8. Easy 8 can almost one-shot any unit on your team, even if they are fully duped defender. That's how powerful this thing is at fully duped. The only bad thing is its range, but I have seen the AI use the boost range sometimes, so keep that in mind. It would become 4 range, which would be even more deadlier. The only drawback is that it's pretty squishy. It will probably die most of the time, but it will one-shot most of the time as well. So if you have it fully duped, not sure about 0 dupe, it probably won't hit as hard, but it would still be pretty useful. But yeah, it was basically one-shotting most of my team if I got caught by it. The only thing that saved me was that its range isn't the best, so it would have to use Barrage, which is a slightly weaker weapon, so my defenders would survive it. But yeah, he is incredibly solid. He's incredibly good at attacking. Almost one-shots your team or the enemy team at fully duped. Just a really good option. Also, he ain't limited, just like the Salzabi, so there is a more easier to get dupes, I suppose. And to no surprise, if you played this season, I still need to address the whole me putting him on 10 on the normal tier list. I maybe might make another video on that, putting him a little bit higher. I read the comments and all that, but in PvP this season he was number 1. One-shotting, it didn't even matter. He did more damage than the Easy 8 from what I saw. His 50% crit would always land against my team, fully duped. He pretty much one-shots anything, everything. I don't think there's anything that can survive his EX attack if it lands a crit in the game. As far as I know, I don't believe there's anything that can survive it. But and even if he can't use his EX attack, he still has his what's it called, the hyper launcher, which has more range, and if he lands the crit, he can potentially almost kill your defender or the person that he's attacking he will one-shot any attacker or supporter without a defender. There is no surviving it. You're pretty much done if he's able to get to your attackers or supporters. So it's more of a game of pray and hope that he's not directly in the front row line so he can kill your defenders. Pray that he's in the back line so he can't use his EX attack. He's incredibly dangerous, incredibly solid. He's stupid damage. If you have him on your team, it's gonna make your life a lot more easier if you played through this season. He was just incredibly stupid to face against. And yeah, just really, really dumb damage. What more is there to say about this guy? He was amazing if you had him. But if you had to fight against him, pray that he wasn't attacking your attackers with his EX attack. But yeah, that is the tier list. Let's go over it real fast. Number 10, S Gundam. Number 9, Crossbow. Number 8, Striker. Number 7, White Gundam. Number 6, Gundam. Number 5, Full Armor Double Zeta. 4, Psycho Gundam. 3, Salsa V2 EZA. 1, Zeta Gundam. That is my PvP Season 1 tier list. Sorry about the audio and all that. I am still sick, so yeah. It was definitely... I would definitely say it was a lot more, not as hard compared to last season to get to the max level. Then again, there wasn't no 200k. For some reason it felt harder last season, but I guess that's because we had less resources and all that. But like I said, I only made this tier list just so to look back at it and all that, make it in the last day. And like I said, under the weather and slow mobile hotspot and all that. But yeah, tell me your thoughts, your opinions and all that, and my dumb poo poo face as usual. Let me know, and without further ado, take care guys.